Hey, I am Brett Lee Clark, and this is my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be doing the top 10 movies free on Amazon Prime from my childhood. Well, okay, so I made the list like 2 weeks ago, going through Amazon, like, which movies are my favorite? Which ones are my favorite? And I found a whole list of 10, and I just went to go, like, double check, make sure they're still on there. Like half of them aren't, so we're still gonna do the list. You can add them to your Amazon Prime video list, and maybe next month they'll be free. They were free last month, and they're not free this month. I don't know how they work with Amazon, how like movies come and go on there, but yeah, so fail, big fail. But I still wanted to do the list because there's some good movies that you should check out, even if you want to rent them for $3.99 or just wait for them to be free again on Amazon Prime. But let's start the list. These are from my childhood, like movies that I remember like kind of vividly, even though I may not watch them a bunch, but I do remember them. And yeah, so coming in at number 10, we got Wish Upon a Star, starring Danielle Harris. You know her from the Halloween series, huh? She was Jamie Lloyd. She was Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter. But not her first daughter, not her second daughter, not Karen. She was Jamie, you know what I'm talking about? She was in part 4 and 5, and then she came back in the remake with Rob Zombie as Andy Brackett in part 1 and 2. Remember this? Okay, anyway, Danielle Harris, yeah, she's in it, and so is Katherine Heigl. And this is like, at this time, I feel like Danielle Harris was way more famous than Katherine Heigl, but I don't know. Anyway, it's a good movie. It's like a Freaky Friday type movie where you just switch places, a human switch. There's like 100 of those type movies. You know them. But yeah. Okay, coming in at number 9, we have Clue. Did you get it? You know what I'm talking about? I am your singing telegram. So as a child, I used to love this movie. I didn't have it. My grandparents had the Clue board game, but it wasn't like the one, you know, you get nowadays or even back then. It was like a VHS Clue. It was the strangest thing, and there was like these different glasses of, anyway. So I used to always play that game because it had a Clue movie in it. Finally, I was able to see the real Clue movie, and I was like, oh, this is so much better than that board game movie I used to always watch. Anyway, so it's so funny. It's funny. It has Tim Curry in it. Come on, you know Tim Curry from It and Home Alone 2 and a bunch of other stuff, and Rocky Horror Picture Show, duh. Also, at the very end, when I was a kid, they give so many who the killer is motives that you forget when you rewatch it. I know who it is now. But in the original, like when I was a kid, I always forget. I'm like, who is it again? I think oh yeah, I remember now. So yeah. Anyway, coming in at number 8, we have, okay, this one, I know I was a kid, I am aware, but I was always allowed to watch anything I wanted to, as you can see. Anything I wanted to watch was fine, as long as I didn't like repeat what I saw or repeat what I, you know, don't do it or say it, and you can keep watching it. So, as a child, Sleeping with the Enemy, starring Julia Roberts. It's kind of like an old school, like, Invisible. If you've seen the new Invisible Man, it's like the same idea. Like, she fakes her death, she tries to run away, he tracks her down, but he ain't invisible, so she can see him. It's good. I don't know, I liked it. I always liked the opening, how she gets away, and it's like, why would you flush your ring? Also, there's a scene, so she escapes her abusive OCD husband, right? And she runs away, and at his house, at the very beginning, like, everything's perfect. All the towels are perfect, all the cans are perfect, everything's perfect in the house. So when she runs away and gets her own place, you know, she's like, fuck this, I'm gonna be messy. And she comes home one day, and like, she opens her cabinet, and all the cans are facing forward. And she's like, the fuck, I didn't do that. And she's like, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I was just thinking about old times. And you're like, no, he's in the house, you gotta he's in the house, watch out. Ah! So, it's good, you gotta watch it, yeah. So that is Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts. Yeah. Okay, coming in at number 7, and this one's annoying me that it's no longer free because even on the thing it still says it still has a little Prime strip across it, but it ain't free for some reason. Anyway, it's Snow White from 1989, and it's like a real life action-packed Snow White, like an action-packed. Live action Snow White, there we go. And anyway, it's like her, and there's a bunch of little people that are adorable for the 7 dwarfs. And the witch, like the evil witch, she has this mirror that talks to her, and she's like, and it has all these weird faces around it. If I can find a clip, I'll put a clip here. And all these like these weird faces that turn and talk to her and shit. I used to be so scared as a child. Anyway, it was, and I can never find it. I can find it now, obviously, I got it. But back in the day when there wasn't every movie in the world on the internet, couldn't find it. So now it's back. So if you want to put it in your list and wait for it to be free again, do it. Yeah, it's a really good Snow White movie. And then there's Apple. The Apple scene's really good. And there's a hair clip scene. And she gets stabbed in the head. Whole thing. You gotta watch it. Okay. Okay, coming at number 6 is Fire in the Sky. Now this, again, I was a child, but I could watch whatever I wanted to. This is about a true story about this guy being abducted by aliens. And it's like, you're like, oh, sure, whatever. But no, him and like 8 guys, or not 5, 8, it's like 5 guys. Anyway, he gets abducted and they witness it. And they go to the police. This happened in real life. They go and they're like, our friend has been abducted by aliens. We were out lumberjacking and he sucked him right up. Well, he like went out there and he kind of asked for it. But anyway, so they're trying to tell the police this. The police arrest them for murder. Whole thing. So this all happened in real life, and then he shows up like 5 days later, naked and covered in slime. Yeah, you gotta watch it. And then once you do watch it, watch like the real Travis Walton tell the story, because the movie does a different version than the real life version. The real life version is kind of creepy because he says that the aliens were like, they were working on him, and when he fought past them, he ran into humans. Like perfect looking humans that were also on the ship, which if you know alien stories, Betty Hill, Betty and John Hill, is that her names? Ben and Betty Hill? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll do an alien video one day. But they said the same thing. They were abducted like 20 years earlier, and they said that when they were abducted, they were aliens, but they were also above the aliens were human looking people. Anyway, so Fire in the Sky, check it out. I rambled for a minute there. That was a little bit longer than a minute. Okay, coming in at number 5, we have Pee-wee's Big Top, not Big Adventure, Big Top. This is the one, this is part 2 to Pee-wee's Big Top, and this is when he has a circus in town, or a tornado brings a circus that like lands on his farm, and he's like, come on, Vance. That's his pig's name. Come on, Vance. There's my Pee-wee impressions, they're really bad. But he's really cool. I know Pee-wee, not really. I worked with him for a few months, and he was a very, very nice guy. Maybe I'll throw a picture of me and Pee-wee. Yeah, he's really cool. He's a nice guy. But yeah, Pee-wee's Big Top. Okay, by the way, I'm gonna stop right here in a second. If I look, I don't know. I just decided to say, I usually get a little dolled up for y'all and put a nice shirt on, and I was just like, whatever. I'm just gonna be me and wear what I'm wearing now. So I didn't try that hard. This is my movie room. Just decided to try this angle and wear whatever I was already wearing. But coming in at number 5, we have Mannequin 2 on the Move with Kirstie Swanson. Who is that? Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No, not Sarah Michelle Gellar. The real Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The first one. The original. Mannequin 2 on the Move. Yeah. Okay, so this movie I always loved because Hollywood, the guy, the black guy with the glasses, he was always one of my favorites. Like in the movie, there's a mall, and the mall's doing this presentation of the mannequin because she's famous from like the 1600s or something like that. Anyway, they had the mannequin there, and they have her, and they're gonna do this whole big production, this big medieval production. She's probably older than the 1600s if it's medieval. Anyway, they're doing this whole big production, probably 600s, of medieval times, and like it's supposed to be like all elegant and stuff. And then, you know, old Hollywood, he breaks it down. Show you, as a child, I love that. Anyway, and also at the very, very end, when like after the bad guy has been eliminated, there's the song. And they're in the hot air balloon, and it goes up. And I used to watch the movie like on USA or TNT or whatever channel it was on, the entire movie, just to get to the very end when that song will play. And I'd be like, yeah, this is my song. This is my song. What song was it now? I can't even think of it.
And when this world is getting blind, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us. No. Yes, that song.
Coming in at number 3, we have Monster Squad. Now, Monster Squad is like Goonies meets like the Universal monsters from like the 1930s and 40s. We got Dracula escapes on the airplane in the very beginning, and he like raises all the other monsters from the dead. So you got like Frankenstein, you got the creature from the Black Lagoon, you got the Mummy, you got Wolfman. Wolfman got nards. That's the whole part. There's a whole scene in the movie. You gotta watch the whole thing. But it's a good movie. It's a good kid movie, but it's like dirty enough for adults to like it. But yeah, check out Monster Squad, and it is currently free. I know that. So, and here's a clip. Maybe if I have a clip, I'll show you a clip. You gotta find a virgin that killed the monsters. There are parts that are actually pretty scary, and like you make sure you jump like, oh Jesus Christ. So yeah. Anyway, check out Monster Squad. Yeah. Bow down down. Top that. Top that. I don't really give up about trying to top that. Top that. Teen Witch. You know what Teen Witch is? It's the whole thing. Teen Witch takes place in the 80s, stars Blake Lively's sister. To people who don't know who Robyn Lively is, Robyn Lively was the main sister, the first star of the family, I guess. Or I think their parents were also stars. I don't know. Anyway, Robyn Lively was the original Blake Lively. She's the ginger sister, and she's in a bunch of stuff. She's in Wildcats. She's in this movie that I just said, which is Teen Witch. She's in Karate Kid. She's in a bunch of stuff. So Teen Witch stars her, and she realizes when she turns 16, she turns into a witch, and there's like a bunch of montages that are amazing, like, I'm gonna be the most popular girl, and she's like doing her makeup in the mirror. I'd be lying if I said I didn't go in my room when I was a kid and like spin in a circle trying to be the popular kid in school. Yeah, that was me. I was trying to be Teen Witch. And then there's like a voodoo doll scene that's really funny. You just gotta watch it. Also, as a child, there's a scene where the nerd, this guy that's kind of like a creepy guy, he says, I'm hornier than a dog with a heart on. Well, me as a child, I didn't realize what he even said. Like, I'm hornier than a dog with a heart on. And that's he said it so fast. I'm as horny with a dog with a heart on. I didn't realize what he was saying. So I would say a dog with a heart on, not realizing what it meant. But now I know. But I said it in like kindergarten, and the teacher told my mom, because my mom worked at the same school, and she's like, right, you can't say that. I'm like, I didn't know what that meant. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? She's like, that's a little red rocket thing. I was like, oh, that's gross. So now I get, yeah, okay, anyway. So that was number 2, and it is not free currently, but it was free, so put it in your list, and maybe it'll be free later. It used to be on something else. I think it's on like, I think it's on Disney Plus. You can watch it. So Disney Plus might have this Teen Witch. And it has the little lady from Poltergeist. Yeah, we love her. The lady from Poltergeist. But yeah, check it out. And Brad. Oh, Brad. Oh, top that. Yes, top that. I don't really give a about trying to top that. So her friend is this whole thing. I would put a clip right here of top that so you don't think I'm crazy. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's fun. It's cute. Check it out. Also, if it's weird, it might be weird. There's a wizard. It's like horror movies and Wizard of Oz. So over here, you can't see, is a Pee-wee's Big Adventure poster and a Drop Dead Fred, and then Halloween. So it kind of goes like horror, 2 comedies, horror. Is that a comedy? I don't know. And then the rest is horror. My movie room is like 95% horror, and there's like little droplets of not horror spread throughout. Anyway. Okay, coming in at number 1, we have, so this is like, not even kidding, I have like, as a child I had 3 top movies I would watch on repeat. One was Pee-wee's Big Adventure, not Big Top, Big Adventure with the bicycle, and then Drop Dead Fred and Madhouse. This Kirstie Alley and John Larroquette and Madhouse. Oh my, I don't know why, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny. But especially now as an adult, because there's jokes in there that I didn't get as a kid that I get now. But there's like a cat that won't die, and the cat like throws up, and it's the whole thing. His name's Scruffy Banister. Also, this is for Cameron. Cameron is a subscriber. He always comments. In like one of my earliest videos, I had mentioned Madhouse like quickly, and he commented on it and was like, Madhouse ball. So yeah, and then Nothing But Trouble. But anyway, Cameron, this is for you. Bernadette. There's a whole scene with Bernadette. You mean more to me. So there's a whole scene, I'll put it right here, if I can find it, of them dancing. There's a whole like coordinated dance thing. It's good. But the point of the movie, okay, first of all, it's not free anymore. So I was very excited to be like, oh, Madhouse, it's free. It's hard to find. Here it is. It took me forever to find it on DVD. I had to buy a double feature to get it on DVD. But so Kirstie Alley and her husband, they just bought a brand new house, and his cousins come to visit from New Jersey. And something happens that causes the cousins to stay for months. There's a little slip, and she has to stay there for months. So, but then while the cousins are there, like other family members have to move in also, and the house is constantly grows and grows and grows. Also, Kirstie Alley's sister in the movie is the boss from Friends. So if you ever watch Friends, it's Rachel's boss that dates Chandler. That's Kirstie Alley's sister in the movie. Random. So like in the movie, there's like one scene, as a child I didn't get it, but now me and my husband always quote it, when like they walk into the house, the cousins, these are like, and their cousins are trashy. They don't have a, like, he works in the sewers and she didn't have a job, and they like lost their house and he lost his job, the whole thing. Anyway, so that, but Kirstie Alley and her husband are like rich and they live in California. So they walk in, she goes, oh, the cousin goes, oh, it's awfully small. And he's like, oh, yeah, much smaller than we imagined. And then she goes, earth tones hides the dirt. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of my house. Like, what? I don't know. But as a child, I never got what she was saying there, but now I get it. Yeah. Oh, so wait, the best part of the story is I met Kirstie Alley. I don't have a photo with her, but I did meet her. She was in a movie called Accidental Love that I was doing the extras casting for and the stand-in casting for. But anyway, so she was on set. And I was like, oh my God, Kirstie Alley. Oh. And I was like, ah. Because I knew her from this movie, like one of my favorite movies as a child, and I've already met Wee Herman, and now here's Kirstie Alley. So I'm like, I'm 2 for 3, and Drop Dead Fred died in real life, so that's sad. So I can't meet him, but maybe I can meet Phoebe Cates one day. But anyway, so I've met 2 of my 3 idols. I'm like, oh my God, here she is. So we're at like craft services, or no, like the dinner, like the tent thing, you know. But we're actually in a church. So we're eating like we're eating like crew dinner, right? Cast and crew dinner. And I was at the dessert counter, and there's Kirstie Alley right there. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm holding, I got a little piece of pie, and I'm holding it, and I'm like, I hate saying this to celebrities. I hate saying this to celebrities, because I do. Because when you meet a celebrity, they don't want to hear like, oh my God, I loved you in blank. I loved you. And Rachel McAdams, I loved you in The Notebook. She's like, I know. Like, everyone tells me that. I've heard it 1,000 times. Neve Campbell, I loved you in Scream. She's like, get out of here. Like, I know. Like, tell me something I don't know, right? So at the dessert counter, and I'm picking my pie, and she like walks up. That's yeah. I picked it up, and she like walked up, and I was like, oh my God, here it comes. I was like, I hate saying this to people, like, you know, but my favorite movie of all time is Madhouse. And she goes, oh, I've never heard this. And then like, I think she'd be like, excuse me. And I think she was being like, since she wasn't trying to, it wasn't like a sarcastic way, because I know the sarcastic ones. When I was with Jeffrey Jones, people would always yell like, Bueller, Bueller. He's like, I didn't even say that fucking line. Well, why do they keep screaming Bueller at me? Like, you know. So, but she was like, really? And she broke off my pie crust, okay, holding my pie. And I was like, oh my God. And she broke off my pie crust. And she goes, huh, I never heard that before. She stole my damn pie crust and ate it. This was after Weight Watchers. I was like, what are you doing? But Kirstie Alley stole my pie crust. Ah! So I went and told my mom, like, Mom, Kirstie Alley stole my pie crust. Ah! Anyway, Madhouse, Kirstie Alley, not currently free, but it may be soon. So add it to your cart. Yeah, or rent it for whatever amount it is. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, I guess that was all. So thanks for watching my top 10 movies on Amazon Prime that are sometimes free, that aren't always free, but are sometimes free and they're from my childhood that I love. I'll do more of these videos with like horror and maybe more childhood videos, because it changes all the time. And I'll just keep telling you what to add to your cart or add to your watch list, and when it's free, maybe it'll pop up for you. But anyway, if you like list videos, I have more coming. Yeah, and follow me on Instagram, subscribe, like, all that stuff. And I have cooking videos up currently, and horror movie unboxing stuff up currently, and Trader Joe's things. I don't know, go watch my other videos. I got a gay proposal because I'm gay. Anyway, have a good day, or night, or morning, or whatever you're doing, and I will see you later. Okay, thanks so much, bye.